Hello everybody. I finally started. Second. I woke up super late today, so hello. This. Hi. I guess. I don't know. Guys, I have no idea what we're playing today. I tried to figure it out and I can't. Welcome back, Street. Let's see who is in here. We got Infochan always first. I love it. Raven, hello. I don't remember seeing Leon last time, or did I? I have no idea. I'm seeing Max again. Hello. Straight is always here. He never leaves us. Gabrielle, hello. I'd rather not. I see you. Hello, everybody. He's like William Afton. I always come back. Is there any game that you guys want to see that I haven't played yet? Because I honestly have no idea. Like, I was going through my whole plethora of games and I could not decide on one. Infochan, it seems like you're always doing something when I stream. That's so cool. It's amazing. You're painting Straight's heart? Oh my gosh. Have you painted any of the other ones? Because you know which one I'm gonna ask for. Come on. I'm gonna ask for Ren's heart. Oh, 5 minute Roblox Revatar. I actually saw that. Raven, is that you on my sister's account? Let me see. I feel like I saw it because I opened Roblox for like 2 seconds to see. Fortnite. I'm seeing Yandere Simulator. I do not have that game. I see it all the time. Yeah, it is! That is Raven! Oh my gosh. The shrugged shoulders. So funny. Gosh. My gosh. Move this. It's so hot, bro. It's September, but it's still hot. I don't get it. I just want to relax, you know? This isn't right. Okay, so that definitely is Raven. That's amazing. Oh, read my list? Dang. It's only a couple. Straight to Fortnite twice. The aggression. I could play, but my sister, I really only play unless my sister plays with me because I'm terrible at the game. Like, seriously. Oh yeah, Chill's Art. I know them. Well, I already played Purple. Oh, by the way, I always tell you guys the next video to come out on the stream. And the next video is gonna be that game someone said. I forgot what it was. Oh no. It's called Dachabo Digipet Sim. Someone told me to play that. I played it and it's gonna come out on Monday for you guys. Show my avatar. Okay. Where is it? I'd have to go to the gaming thing and then I'd have to open the thing. It's gonna be a whole thing. So yes, I did play Dachabo, so that's off the table. where is this? Okay, I'm gonna show your avatar, Raven. That game was pretty interesting. It was. I was sitting here, I came back from work and I was like, let me play this game. And I did. It was something. It's fully voice acted too. So. Alright, I'm on my sister's profile, so this is not mine. How do I full screen this? Oh, I can only move it around. That's so cool though. All right, let me show you guys. Let me show you guys. I'm starting to like really appreciate it. Too. Let's turn that off because that's wrong. Where is it? Off. Okay. This is Raven's little avatar here. I love it. Isn't it so amazing? Oh my gosh. I don't know what the big sword is for though, but hey. Oh, well, is it a knife? Tell me please if that's a knife. It looks like a big knife. And that tail, luscious. I love it. Look at this. This is perfection. Do you have any of these other outfits? Like, which one is it? The one before he puts on straights shirt. The pose is everything though. Okay. Oh, that was okay. I really like it. It's so cool. Did someone make that shirt or did you make it? Because if people are just making these, that's really cool. Someone should make a, if there isn't one already, like a Lauren skin. That would be cool. Okay, wait, my list. Oh, well, I got the Don't Kill Me Jacob. Still haven't done that. It's a pretty strict game. I'm trying to decide what to play that's not gonna like get me banned. So like, oh my gosh. Okay, someone made it. Great. That's so cool. Because I don't want to play a game and then someone says something really out of pocket and now I'm in trouble. Or it's something on the screen shows that I'm not supposed to show. So that would be terrible. I still haven't played Renaissance Blood and Absolute Adoration. Or Adoration. I did finish Obscura. I could do the other characters in Obscura for you guys here. Otherwise, it's gonna be a recording. And it's gonna be posted. So yeah. No, that's perfect, isn't it? There's a game? There is? I don't want to mess up my sister's thing. Because when she has to sign out, then I... Wait. Is it possible for me to sign in? Mine is dumb. BD... Oh, that's Doki Doki Literature Club. I know that one. This takes forever to load. Like, oh my gosh. I've kind of already been surrounded by Doki Doki Literature Club, like, so many times. So, I'm not really, like, interested in playing it again. How do I... Okay, just log out. That's our problem. I think I wrote it down. Let's see. How does this game even go? Like, how would you play Boyfriend to Death on Roblox? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I played like I watched so many other YouTubers play Doki Doki Literature Club. I forgot who I watched play it first. I forgot this is when planes decide to just be annoying. I'd be forgetting my password. Yikes. Can you? Okay. Verify I'm not a bot. That's wrong. That is my password. This game. Okay. Sure, Raven, definitely. Why isn't it working? This does this every time. Please work. Why isn't it working? Fine. Oh no! This is annoying. I literally can't sign into my account. Yeah. This is terrible. It's a capital. You're not stupid. Please work. Take your time. Nim nim buns bun? What's wrong with— oh, that's what you meant. I was like, what's wrong with the user? It's not even bad. This looks nice, but it's the name. I get it. This game is bothering me. I can't sign into my account. What's up, Joseph? Wait, who's Joseph? Wait, I saw that. Joseph? Oh. The voice actor? I didn't even... What? I sat there looking at a white screen for no reason. Can you log in? Being all types of weird. Dark Lion, I don't know what I'm gonna play. Literally. But okay. The person named Joseph is actually Ren. Ignore it. Just look at the picture. Alright, I will see you later. I'd rather not. It's totally fine. And I'm actually serious. The Thieves route in Obscura? That's Keir, right? Oh my gosh, I'm about to give up on this. Yup, my sister will help me with that later. I'm not a Roblox expert. I'm just not. Do I even... well, I would have to check first. Oh, Joseph. That'll be Joseph. Who's Joseph? Joseph route in what? Can you play? Okay, so I'm getting things that I'm capable of doing. Obscura. That's one. I don't know who Joseph is. But I'm keeping in consideration the Keir's route in Obscura. I wouldn't know how to do it though. I guess you would have to stay with him when you follow him to his little hideout. I'm just guessing. And then Joseph's route. This Joseph. Who? Wait, this was Joseph in the game. Oh. That's... okay, yeah. Oh my gosh, stop. That doesn't sound bad. I mean, that's one less hour and a half I have to edit, or 2 hours playing Keir. I don't think I have anything I would have to like make it, and that's stupid. Okay. And I don't have Yandere Simulator either. This is gonna be terrible. Can you? Thank you. Window. How helpful. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's right here. Right. Can it be the game? Oh, Marco. Okay, yes, I forgot that that was a thing. That's short, right? Someone just said my name in the thing. Heart-shaped void. They just said D. I'm confused. Okay, I can't do this. All right, guys, we're gonna play. Let's just play Obscura. I actually really enjoy that game anyway, so you know, might as well. That means I gotta change some things. You guys gonna see a blank screen. Yeah. Let's just block that out really quick. Yep, it's not in here. I knew it. Alright. I will figure it out right now. Fix it. Or we could also close that and this. So it's nothing. Let me download this one. It looks like the same art style to Till Death Do Us Part, so that's probably why it says that. And it's the same. It's probably by the same person who did that game. I'm just gonna assume. Alright, so it's being downloaded. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Bilal? I don't know. Okay, there's a stay for work option. That is perfect. We love that. Let me open Obscura, get that over with. Miss Delulu, I've never seen you before. Oh my gosh. Hello. Oh, the chat on the screen? Just ignore it. Literally. It's easier. The chat is easier on Twitch because it actually like works. So, and I usually, when I streamed on Twitch and it made it way easier. It was also just better. So it's gonna do that a lot. It's gonna like be late extremely and it's gonna come up really fast randomly. I don't know. Literally, I can't answer that for you. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. I would have figured it out, but I can't. About help? Where's the... Okay. Let me turn off the music real quick. I got this. Where are we going? Right here. Yeah, just ignore the chat the way it looks. It's stupid. I can't fix it. No. Yeah, you guys are mostly on here anyway, so I just accommodated, that's all. It was just easier for me, that's all. But there's like nobody over there on Twitch, so I do it here. Yes, if you could work, that'd be super cool. Ta-da! Oh, it looks huge on the screen. It's covering me. I got it. How do I... Oh, crap. I forgot the thing. Alright, y'all gonna see this big ass screen over here with the settings. Just don't mind it. I will fix it in just a second. I need to find out what dimensions the other stuff is in, so I can fix it. Oh, it's not in here, so it's not gonna work. Oh, this will work. Transform. What? Because it's not showing. Alright. Now I'll see it. Alright, 50, 47. Oh, what? It's in my phone. What am I doing? Okay, lock that back up. Dang. Should have been prepared for this. This is extremely embarrassing. Okay. 8. Yep, it's gonna be moving around. 7. Oh my gosh! I'm back. 20, 37. Perfect. Obscura's on the screen now. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. There we go. Perfect. Oh yes. Dang. Right after the last stream, I actually searched up how to make a Discord. It's super long and complicated because I don't go on Discord like that. I only use it to contact my sister, my other sister. So, but yes, I am still making thinking about making one. It's gonna take a while though. Okay. Let us start our Keir adventure. Wait. Put that back up. If you would please. Go. I love this song in this game, bro. And the little cutscene too. Is it possible I could just play it again? Let me see. Well, first of all, well, don't close that yet. Manage. And the start, and then we can try that later if I have time. Where is the option? Return? No. Oh, and I did that aftercare thing. It was really cool. I like it. No. Damn. Warnings. Oh, I wanted to play the cutscene again. Sadness overtakes me. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, making a Discord is hard. I had to watch a whole tutorial video. That's how I learned to do stuff. Let me load. I'm gonna just load here. Because it's after I made my name and everything. So we're gonna do Keir right now. Those who forgot or something. Okay. Everything's probably the same until we meet Keir, so let's just skip to that. What did I do? I think I better get some rest. What was the question? Oh, we're looking for that cure for the ichor or whatever. No, or for our disease. Please play dramatical murder. Oh my gosh. I was actually playing another game by the same, like, what is it, studio or production place or whatever. Nitro, Citral or whatever. It was called, damn, I keep getting distracted. What is it called? Slow Damage. I was playing that yesterday. I made it like 2 minutes in. It's more complicated than that, than dramatical murder. Can't afford to give up. I think I said that. Oh, no, wait, no. I said no, yeah, okay. I think in order to get Keir, you just do the same thing, but just continue following him. Stay and see what happened. Yes, I was nosy, so. Uh-oh, there he is. Alright, we said yes. And then, of course, he was little. Okay, we're gonna stay this time. Oh, the cute dog. I've never seen you before. Hello, welcome. I have a question. What does your setup look like, and how much does it cost? Damn. I don't know how to show it, because the camera I'm using is a webcam, and it's attached to the top of my monitor. So, dang. And I honestly forgot. I was not keeping track. I have no idea how many hours you're gonna stream. You guys start with mother and it makes me laugh every time. I have no idea, I guess. I try not to stream too many hours because I'd be streaming for like 4 hours. We started like 1. I guess it just depends when this is gonna end. This thing. Yeah. So it depends on how long this is gonna be. But for the whole like setup thing, I don't know how I'm gonna describe it, but my PC is right here. It's next to me. I got it from the thing on the corner says Vrilla Tech or whatever. I don't know. It has a whole bunch of stickers on it. I could take a picture of it and just put it on the camera. Cause it's just, oh, I'm gonna have to like not show my mouse pad though. I might cover some of it. So wait. Let me see. My iPad is usually over here. This is how I'm seeing the chat. The PC was like 1,000 something. My mom helped me get it for me. Very grateful for that. Let's see. I have, let me take a picture. This is the right side. Boop. Okay. Damn. Let me go to the bigger one so that you guys can see. I'm already on that. Move. Alright, alright, this is like the left side of it. Oh no, yeah, left. That's my the mini monitor where the systems would be playing. And then my Switch, and then the PlayStation, and then my controller hanger. I put the picture of it on my Twitter. And then my keyboard is the bottom. Now, this is the middle part, which you guys are seeing, or my screen. Let me go to it. That's that's the monitor itself. And then I have that little thingy at the bottom to hold my stuff. My little pins, my only 2 Nendroids. And then my whole Scaramouche shrine in the middle. And then my speaker. And then the PC's over here on this side. With my microphone. And I have a whole bunch of stickers on it. I'm not gonna show every sticker, but that's basically the gist. And there was a little sneak peek of my mouse pad. I'm not gonna show the whole thing because I don't know if that's allowed. So yeah, and honestly, I didn't calculate how much everything was, but I know the monitor was like 100 something. The mini monitor was like 100 something. So yeah. That was the whole setup. I might not take a proper picture some other time though. Definitely. And then put it on Twitter. Because that's the only... Yeah. So that was the setup. Very cool. Oh my goodness. Warm. Oh, did I miss something? Rainy Star Hero. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that too, but I don't know if something. I see a whole bunch of Ren edits. Come on. You think I don't? Once you like one thing, this is gonna show you it all the time. Let me go back. All right, we're gonna start now. No, I'm not gonna get distracted anymore. Let's stay this time and see what happens. Hopefully he doesn't kill us or anything. If that even happened in this game. I don't know. I can't try and flee now. This is us running because, for those who don't know, we're running because we decided to stay and be nosy. Some fight was happening. And we was like, oh, let's stay and just watch it unfold. And then he grabbed us and ran. So, we're here now. That's amazing. I can't try and flee now. And the risk of danger of a chase. Huh? Oh. And what if those authorities who were chasing us find me? Uh-oh. Patience. Well, they didn't find us last time, but this is new, so. Keir shoves past the teen and I follow close behind him wherever we are. I feel safer with him than alone. We squeeze between two houses and end up on a busy, cramped road. The glowworm light that illuminates all the caverns is mostly blocked out by the homes on either side of us. Then we are in a small square of sorts. It's an open space with the mostly sturdy buildings of this area all around, and there's paths leading away in all directions. It's dark, but I can see a glimpse of masks in the shutters that crack open to watch us. Oh my gosh, stranger, hello. Hey, I'm home. Gonna assume that's like a sibling or something? This is the first time I've heard any warmth in his voice. It's such an abrupt change, I almost cannot believe it's the same man behind the mask. A child jumps from the low second-story window, landing on Keir's back. Oh no. Hey, give me a warning. I'm gonna break my back. I doubt it, I doubt it. No way. You menace. He reaches around and pulls the kid off of him, holding them up by one arm. Strong. Well, it's a kid. The kid is kicking and wiggling and laughing. You better say sorry or you'll be stuck there forever. Sorry. Keir lets the kid down. Sorry, you're so old. Wow, and then they run away. The kid and a few of their friends pelt out and Keir protests loudly, but even I can hear him smiling. How are they seeing through these masks? Like, come on. Oh, there's two wrens now. They double. When I don't look, that's when it happens. Who's this? A person. Someone plucks at my long sleeve, tugging my arm. I twist away sharply. That's degenerate, or so they told me. Do I get to speak yet? Well, you already did. Nah, I liked the silence. Well, I think you've enjoyed that enough. Oh, enjoyed enough of that. Could never get enough. I am called degenerate, though you can decide whether you believe me. What's a stranger doing here? Need a decoy? Turns out they're the right size. What? A decoy? Oh, you gotta be quick on your feet to keep up with Keir. Oh, wow. Yeah, I was impressed. I thought I was gonna lose them for sure. No, stop. Explain. Not everyone can keep up with me. Oh, because you're so fast? You know that's not what I meant. What do you mean, a decoy? You know what a decoy is, right? I needed one. You fit the profile. He's evading. Why? You need a decoy to deceive some kind of authority. You need a decoy and you're a thief. Yeah, it's very smart. Bro. Was I a decoy for someone you were working with or someone you stole? Oh, damn. That's a quick one for sure. Sounds like I'm right. You stole a person? And what were you planning on doing with me when you were done? I was gonna let you leave. Then me leaving was the right choice. It's such a blatant lie, my jaw drops. Does he really think I'll believe that? No way, you can't let them leave now. Now that they can find their way here. Who said I was coming back? Oh, so am I a prisoner now? Keir, what are you thinking? I was thinking you'd play the bad guy. Griff. Griff. And let me be the hero. Looks like you're not on today. What? I was thinking that someone who can run and dodge the authorities is an asset. He faces me as he says that. What? What? It's like their catchphrase. What? He did not try to recruit me. Keir, you're insane. You can say that all you like, I'm right. We need them to stay quiet. I wasn't planning on involving the authorities. And why would I trust you when you say that? You might be naive enough to trust a stranger, but I know better. You're the one who asked me. So, we'll let them learn even more about us? That's about the shape of things. Once you're involved, you're the same type of criminal as the rest of us. Bro. And if I'm involved against my will? Yeah, the enforcement here is just so kind and understanding. I'm sure they'll take you at your word. More people, plain masked and curious, are gathering around. I don't know why you're being so hostile to me when I didn't ask for any of this. Because you don't understand. Right. If we get caught stealing, we get killed. Oh. That's an appropriate punishment. Well, they were stealing people, so. The only way we can even start to trust you is if you've also got a noose around your neck. Oh, a noose around your neck. Whoops. I didn't ask for any of this. Doesn't matter. My gosh. Let it go. Let him have it. This is a back and forth conversation, so we're just gonna let it go. Yeah. I'm about to lose a torrent of insults, but I check myself. I'm in Keir's territory, not my own. If he decides I'm not worth the trouble of dealing with, he and his gang could easily end me. Nothing more to say? No, I turn my face away sharply. He may not be able to see my expression, but I'm certain my body language radiates anger. I'll finally figured out how to shut you up. You're definitely a prize. I have to swallow down bitter bile and blue fire fury. Look. There's a quiet moment. Everyone around us seems to be coming to the same conclusion as me. I am cornered. I don't have a choice in this. I keep my voice as flat and neutral as possible. Not really, no. Then what do? You run a few jobs with us. Get that noose good and tight. Why? Damn. I made the right choice in the first one. This is sad. I don't want to do this. And then, if you want to leave, you get yourself a new identity and you leave. You already put on a mask and picked a name once, right? In a way. Right? Then you can do it again. You sure about this, though? Yeah. With gups down for the count, we need a new lookout. The generous got what it takes. Ugh. I sure hope you don't think that counts as a compliment. When I compliment you, if that ever happens, you'll know. Good to know. And we're not using Eve because Eve is 12. Don't be stupid, Grip. Who's Eve? Oh, wait. Who was that right there? Uh-oh. Fine. I'll do what you need and then I'm out. No need to make it sound like a prison sentence. You just... No. Am I not being held here against my will? Prisoners don't get paid, you will. Oh, money? Never mind. Why was I so mad before? I don't understand. What? You're pragmatic? We're not- Oh, we're pragmatic. We're not monsters. You do the work, you get paid. If I wasn't getting paid, I would think he was racially motivated, because then that would make him a slave owner. Because... the obvious. Can we really afford? Yes, Griff. I've heard we're getting our favorite visitor in a few weeks. We'll all be getting paid. Favorite? That's how you spell favorite? No. That can't be. I think the U is there for no reason. Oh yes. What do you mean paid? Caught your attention, have I? Sure. You can read minds. I think it's fair to know what my wages are gonna be. The number Keir gives is not gobsmackingly high, but it's not low either. A few jobs could make for some comfortable living at the Leaping Bear for a long time. Then again, it won't solve my big problem. Oh, the whole illness. Good enough? I have a counter offer. The idea in my head is half formed, but I have to pursue it. Are we negotiating? You're a thief. Yes, that's well established. Which means if I want something instead of money, you could get it. Depends on the thing. Lunar Ichor. Oh. The crowd around us burst into a flurry of whispers. Well, at least they know it's important. Keir's voice changes suddenly. The timbre low in a way I can't interpret. You need Ichor? I do. For what? Why should I trust you enough to say? Rude. You're not even a fully colored person. Blackmailer. There's a long pause. That's a lot of jobs you're gonna have to work to earn something that pricey. Why is this so expensive? I don't get it. Would I be able to make enough money to buy it? Not in your life, I don't think. Not with us. I might die before that. And Raking Fuse my best shot at getting it. Oh, did I? Huh? Wait, am I seeing this right? Why don't I like him? Why don't you like him? I never said I didn't like him. Who said that? Wait, who are we talking about? This one? Mr. Keir? He's funny. I did not just moan. I don't know what's happening here. I don't hate him. You guys will know if I hate somebody. Like, you'll see it in my face or in the way I talk to them. Like, for instance, what's his name? Jack from Lover's Trophy. I despise him. Yeah, I don't hate him. Griff suddenly pulls on Keir's coat and he leans in. There's whispering and I'm not nearly close enough to hear it. Well, maybe it's because it's supposed to not be heard. Then they separate and Keir runs his hands over his mask. It's a gesture of pure exhaustion. Fine. The whispers rise in intensity. You work with us, you get your Ichor. They're making it seem so easy. Like, bro. He's hot. He's hot, not gonna lie. I saw that in the corner of my eye. Oh my gosh. They are. All of them are. Well, except for the one I bumped into. I forgot his name. Like, how did I forget it? I have no idea about him, so. He holds out a gloved hand. We have a deal? Yeah. I slowly reach out. He clasps my hand as we shake on it. Deal. I'm tempted for a second to think this was too easy. That's what oh my gosh. It was the same with Cyrus. He just... Oh, I can get you your Ichor. What? But it really wasn't. Keir calls out into the crowd. Someone go out and with them and get their things. Pardon? We can't have you sneaking in and out all the time. Too dangerous. We just finished moving here as well. Oh, so I live here now? Oh, cool. Free living arrangements. You'll get a room of your own. Cool. Eventually, a volunteer comes forward. Together, we sneak out of the hidden community and return to the Leaping Bear. They refuse to talk to me and just follow me like a shadow into my room while I gather a few things. I left there some clothes, the odd knickknacks I've managed to acquire, my hygiene supplies. Then it's time to return the key. Oh, I'm gonna miss you guys. You figures. Hello. Oh, Degenerate, good to see you. Ready to pay for more time? You're definitely the reliable sort, so I can afford a good rate. Not this time, sorry. I found somewhere else, a little closer to my goals. I dropped the key on a counter in front of her. Thank you, though. The Leaping Bear was becoming a bit of a new home for me. Bruna is quiet for a few seconds, then she drops her voice low, so low I can barely hear her. Uh-oh? What's going on? Do you need help? If that shadow of yours is unwelcome, Rufus can remove them. I would love you for Rufus to do that, but no. What? Oh. Oh no, things are fine. Rufus doesn't need to do anything. I'm fine. He is ready to beat someone with that bat or whatever he has. I'm pretty sure it was a bat. My new arrangements come as a surprise, but I did say yes to the offer. Never mind, what kind of duress? They put me under? I did agree. Good, then never like seeing my clientele go places they weren't interested in going. Thank you for staying with us. You're very welcome, Bruna. Bruna's voice is a little more formal than I'm used to. I suppose now I'm leaving. I will likely never see her again. Oh no, that's sad. It's a little disappointing. I have no real bonds here in the marketplace, but I was getting used to the Leaping Bear. Goodbye. Dang, I'm gonna tear up. I leave, my shadow closes behind me. Eventually, they take the lead, guiding me to yet another hidden passage. How many ways of sneaking in and out are there? We said that out loud and no one answered. Lovely. As we enter the cavern again, somewhere is there waiting for us. Hey, what's up? My shadow answers quickly. Don't mind us, just here to polish some sunstones. Then I'm being led back. Is that a code or something? Then I'm being led back into the tight network of pathways between closely built homes until we're stopped in the square again. Keir, I'm done being a babysitter. I'm not a child. I see Keir, or at least his mask, turn to face us. Already? Well, you don't have to sound so annoyed. I didn't have many earthly possessions to start with. Getting them was easy. Staying by was not, though. Good, we found a room for you too. You'll be staying... Huh? Oh, I thought I was getting my own room. You'll be staying with me? I'm sorry, what? Keir brings home a stray. He gets to take care of it. Oh my god. Okay. I mean, who am I to refuse? A stray? Griff, degenerate is a person. Use their name. I'm surprised you even would, you know? The way he says it, it sounds like this is a frequent topic of discussion. Huh? My home is small, but I get a lot of guests, so I keep a spare room. Guests? Why is it in italics? Then I suppose I should thank you for your hospitality. It would be nice. Maybe later. Oh! Keir suddenly stands next to me and pats my back right between my shoulders. Let's get going. I've got a long ass day and I need to take a break. Are you even going to be able to relax with a stranger in your home? No, but it's nice to pretend. Ah, the sarcasm. I'm in love. We start walking. By the way, welcome to Mousehole? 'Cause you're a bunch of rats! What a name for this place. Wait, isn't that what... I feel like that's what someone said. Who's barking? Oh, Max. Oh my gosh. The twisting paths between the buildings are a tangled mess, and there's no easy landmark to orient myself with. Rather from the square, the homes and businesses, such as they are packed so tightly together that the blue-green glowworm light from above doesn't reach us. Instead, the warm flickering light of lamps and lanterns fill the pathway. It's dim, but at this point, that is hardly a problem. My eyes are certainly used to the constant glow of the marketplace. Here we are. Here we are indeed. It's one home sandwiched tightly between two others. Near indistinguishable, I got it, from the rest. The only unidentifiable thing I notice are the closed shutters, painted blue instead of simply sealed raw red. Oh, wood. Keir unlocks the door and holds it open for me. Gentlemen! He opened the door. Okay. Come inside. This place is nice. I step in, it's small and cramped as anyone would have guessed, but when Keir lights the lantern by the front door, I can see that it is comfortably arranged. It is a comfortably arranged space. None of the furniture matches, but all of it works in some odd kind of cluttered harmony. Compliment? Question mark. You have a nice home. That was nearly a compliment. I suppose I'd take it. Yeah, you should. I could have said nothing. That was the other option. So, that's all I can give right now. At least I can say that I tried. There's a water closet behind that door. If you use the water up, you'll have to get more. I can show you where after I get some sleep. Your room is there. The key is in the lock. That's the only key, so don't lose it. Understood. If you buy and keep your own food, that's fine. Otherwise, you contribute to my budget and share what I get. Okay. Any other rules I ought to know? Don't be destructive. Don't make a racket while I'm sleeping. And if I leave? Go around the neighborhood as much as you'd like. If you try to leave without an escort, expect the watch to notice and stop you. I'm gonna have something to eat before bed. You hungry? Sure. You can cook? Cause this man sounds like the whole package. I'm glad he can't see the surprise on my face. Are you sure? About letting you have a snack? About keeping me here? Oh. Here's the thing. I'm not that worried about you murdering me in my sleep. My door locks the same as yours, and honestly, eternal rest isn't exactly something I'm dreading. He chuckles a little. Suicidal. Interesting. Or well, not suicidal, just if death were to come join him in his chambers, he would not refuse. If you decide to make yourself into a problem, we can find somewhere else to put you. Oh, let's make sure to not be a problem. Griff knows a pretty obscure tunnel that goes straight down if you're really unbearable. Down where? If it's all the same, I'd like to avoid that. It's easy enough to think of this as just another guest house. That Keir is no worse than Rufus. Intimidating, but ultimately harmless. They're also... no. I'm not gonna say. He steps toward what I assume to be a cooking space. The counter is exceptionally cluttered, but he is able to find his goal with ease and swallow. Shallow wood bowl. Shallow. Why would I? Here. He takes a handful of whatever it is from the bowl and then holds it out to me. This is deadly poison. Eat up. Delicious. A closer look tells me that it's actually an assortment of dried fruits. Take it. What? Why is this a choice? No harm in getting a snack. I take a few and Keir puts the bowl away again. He doesn't reveal his mouth as he nibbles, instead threading the fruit under his mask. I'm doing the same. Well, get yourself some rest. Don't murder me in my sleep. This guy is so funny, oh my god. I can't. I resist the temptation as best I can. The sarcasm always gets me, oh my gosh. Keir departs suddenly, taking himself and his handful of dried fruit into his bedroom. I hear the lock click decisively, and I'm suddenly alone again. Free to indulge my curiosity privately. I do a quick tour of his front room. Oh, this front room. Keir certainly made an effort to make this a livable space, but that seems to be as far as his efforts have gone. Not much for entertainment here, is there? There was entertainment where we were before? Maybe he doesn't have friends over much? I don't think he has friends. I continue nibbling. The sticky, sweet, tart taste coats the back of my tongue. My search is quick in the end. It has to be, with so little to look at. And now I'm asleep. I slip into the dark guest bedroom as though I'm an intruder. For a moment, I feel like I am. It has the same cozy but spare feel of the main room. Not a space I could call my own. Door locked, I give myself permission to relax. Keir could very well have a second key to this room, or choose to break or bypass the lock in some way. But there's little use worrying about it. He said that was the only key. I believe him. I'm not, like... I'm already so keyed up from stress that adding the possibility of being murdered in my sleep would make resting impossible. What have I gotten myself into? I don't know, but it's gonna be fun. I've been recruited into a gang of thieves against my will. A gang that likely steals to survive, but there's one thing that leaves me deeply uncomfortable. If I was a decoy for something Keir stole, that means Keir was stealing a person. Could I live with myself helping to steal people? There must be a good person. There's no good person. Oh, reason. Uh, that depends on who the person was. So I'm gonna say there must be a good reason, because why are we trying to think so low of this man? I thought he was gonna cook, but I was sadly mistaken. It feels desperate. It feels like trying to find a silver lining of a hurricane. Oh my gosh. How many people travel in a day? Like, airplanes are so annoying. But I need for my own sanity to believe that whatever Keir is doing is for the best. I swallow hard, trying to chase these thoughts away. I'm not going to sleep at all, am I? I follow the motions of getting ready for bed. I even take off my mask, though I'm careful to lie down with my back to the door. What's the point of that? And after some hours of trying to find a comfortable position, I must have fallen asleep because Keir wakes me up with sharp knocks on the door. And yeah, we locked the door, so. In the days that follow, I get used to the pace of life in a mouse hole. I am, as promised, left to my own devices for the most part. I can sense people getting tense when I drift towards any of the myriad exits. I said that right? But I'm not about to test my luck with an ill-considered escape attempt. Keir, it seems, is a popular one. Apparently. He's constantly being called this way or that, attending to roof repairs or settling quarrels. But that is only when I see him, which is quite rare. We are, quite often, ships that pass in the night. Okay. In my first days, I was largely ignored. None of the regular residents wanted to interact with me. I have to admit, it nearly drove me mad. I wouldn't care, actually. I'd rather people not talk to me. If they already don't like me, why would you make it your task to talk to me? But once I proved, what? Yes, to their satisfaction that I am not a deranged maniac, the people seemed keen to get an additional set of hands in their work. Is my illness, like, contagious? I've chopped vegetables and hauled water and watched babies. Oh gosh. And held a lot of ladders in place. It's not hard work, but it conquers my boredom and gives me a chance to make small talk. Shale. Degenerate, I need a hand. On it. 'Cause I'm so reliable. Yeah. Shale is one of the friendliest people in Mousehole. Is stacking crates near an exit passage. Not sure how much I can help. I don't think my reach is longer than yours. I just need a little more support so I can... Up. They do a short hop and shove the crate into place. If you've got time, I could use a hand a little longer. My schedule is packed, but I can skip a social engagement or two to help. Jail's chuckling is gratifying. Very funny, but aren't you going to the strategy meeting soon? Huh? Strategy meeting. You're running Lookout, aren't you? I believe that was the arrangement, but this is the first time I'm hearing about it. We gotta talk Why did you wait till to speak of the devil? Looks like I'm doing this on my own. I wouldn't want you to skip that social engagement. Thank you, Shell. Maybe there will be some barrels we can roll around later to make up for this. I think there's an empty one around here somewhere. The kids took it to roll each other in. That I would love to see. Are you ignoring me? No? Trying to finish a conversation. Dang. Not in the slightest. You know how much I love talking to you. Keir's a baddie. Oh my gosh. Bye, Shill. I have to go tend to the king of sarcasm. Bye. I make my way towards Keir. I'm a little more comfortable following him through the narrow, winding paths of Mousehole. What are you doing here? Oh, what are you doing there? Where's there? Trying to give Shill a hand. Makes sense. Shill's always finding a good tasks to get the kids involved in community work. You're probably right, but I resent that remark. Anyway, get moving. Everyone's waiting on you. You say that like I deliberately bailed. Oh. Oh, dallied. That's a word? Oh my gosh. This is the first I'm hearing about a meeting. Then we'll need to fix your communication too. What? Waiting for me to ask, when are you holding a secret meeting? I don't even know. Is possibly... The possibility is not reasonable. Yeah, get moving. We duck into one of the buildings on the square. The conversations with him are so interesting. I love it. I like banter. Like, it's nice. Just back and forth. I like it. Keir has to duck particularly low. The door frame is unusually short and he is a fairly tall man. That's probably why I liked Touch Starve so much, because the back and forth with the character and the guys is so funny. This place is amazing. Hello, stranger. Finally found them? I wasn't hiding. Found them just fine, thanks. I wasn't hiding. I take a seat in the table. Look like everyone got the same hairstyle. Like they're all pushed to the side, but well, this one's straight. This one's, I'm gonna say dreadlocky, and then this one is just like, you know, classic Spike. Ed Sheeran? No! Oh my gosh. As soon as people say that, I can't get it out of my head. When someone compares a little redhead to Ed Sheeran, damn it. Thank you. Not Ed Sheeran. Cause anytime I think of Ed Sheeran now, I think of like Child from Genshin Impact, so. But that's the best insult for him, because I hate him. He's annoying. This nigga is... Oh, let me not say the N-word. Even though I'm very much allowed to. I take a seat at the table with several other individuals. The room is extremely dark, even for an underground room. But I think I can see hints of this being a pub or bar of some kind. Real quick, these are Lave and Hollow. You already know Griff. Okay, I know Griff. They're right there. But which one is Lave and which one is Hollow? Terrible seeing you again. These guys are so funny. Oh my gosh. Likewise. One of the other two gives me a slow casual wave. Lave. Laverna. Call me Lave. My girl here is Hollow. Okay. This is Lave. The tall, lanky one. And this is Hollow. I'll remember it. Definitely. No, take it back. Sorry, mother. I meant Ron Weasley. Who's Ron Weasley? Now I have to search this up. What the heck? Ron Weasley. What a funny name too. Can you move? Thanks. Why am I in caps? The guy from Harry Potter. Oh my gosh. What a fitting name though for the way that person looks. Ron Weasley. I've ascended. The other one, Halo, gives me a nearly impierceable nod. Imperceptible? Okay. She leans in close to Lave. Not the talkative sort of couple then. That's fine. Okay, Griff, what's the brief? We're rhyming now? Dr. Seuss. We've got a commission. Lave. What? Lave, why? Keir's already approved it, don't worry. It's fine, Lave. Griff gave me the full rundown of the client. We've got a commission to relieve the auctioneer of a few choice pieces. Whoa. Lave is like... Not the auction, I'm not crazy. The auctioneer. That means crossing the ruby walls. The what? You've done that half a dozen times and nearly died each time. We're not dead yet. Not you, too, Keir. You're supposed to be you're supposed to be sensible. I am being sensible. This is a huge potential payoff, and we have an in. Keep listening? Why would we interrupt? Wait, we don't know what Ruby Walls is, so you know what? Are Lave and the other one lesbians? That's on them. If they... I think so, because what's this one? Halo was like doing this, I guess? I don't know, I guess they're a couple. I'm gonna say yes. Stop. Whoa. I need to play this. I need to play this too. Free. Oh yeah, it is very much free. Lori? Yes. It's a free game. It's only the first chapter. Ugh. I don't fully understand, but I'm not about to interrupt this discussion without a good reason. Fine, we'll do the extremely dangerous job behind the ruby walls. That's the spirit. So we cross the walls easy, and we all know where the auctioneer's house is. Our inn is the new building being done at the club next door. It's an easy climb from there to the balcony, which doesn't have a lock. Ugh, sorry. You and Halo are going to find and lift the pieces we're after. Keir and me are gonna be defense and distraction. And I'm gonna be the lookout. And Degenerate will try to live up to Gup's example. Not a terrible plan. Not a good plan either. Halo's voice is so ghostly, I'm not entirely sure I heard it. Obviously, it sounds dumb without the important details. Griff draws a map on the tabletop with a stick of chalk and carefully walks us through each step. For the most part, I understand. My role is, if nothing else, comically easy. Stand by, signal if there are other people around. Okay, you with us? Where else am I gonna go? I don't have much of a choice in that, do I? He's asking if you understand. Alright, Griff. Are you in love with him? Do I have to back off? What's going on? Almost everything. Almost? I've gleaned at the auctioneer's home. Griff seems like they're in love with Keir. Like, you want him? You're gonna have to pry him out of my fucking hands. Yeah. I've gleaned that the auctioneer's home is in the level above a pleasure parlor. Pleasure parlor. Something you did not explain. But I don't know what the ruby walls are. How do you not know that? I've been here for like Oh. I've been under the mountain less than a month, and you're locals, that's how. Fine, the ruby walls are a series of walls that have a vein of raw rubies in them in the main market cavern. Sounds self-explanatory. There's gates that theoretically anyone can go through, but in practice, it's a space for the rich and beautiful. Exactly. And it's heavily guarded beyond the walls, hence the danger. Yep. Now I understand. And in the future, you'll speak up immediately if there's something you don't know. Okay. Noted. You're always telling me not to talk, and now this? I'm serious. I'm not risking my own neck to save you if you're in a stupid situation. You get in trouble, you're on your own. So I'm an acceptable loss. Exactly. Let's get ready to go. Damn. At least these guys are honest. So I didn't want to interrupt because I thought he was gonna get mad. So that's why I didn't do that. But he got mad anyways. Yay. I made him mad. The four of them stand up. I follow their lead. My cloak is just barely fine enough to be worn beyond the ruby walls. While the other four take a chance to fancy themselves up. God, back in these awful things. Keir holds up a heavy, richly embroidered cloak. Imagining him in it is comical. Laughing at me? Yes. And you, Lev? He shrugs. You're right, you look stupid in that. It doesn't match. It really doesn't. I keep telling you, buddy, you're made of iron, not silver. Griff's already in his disguise. Like you're one to talk. You're like a child going through daddy's closet. Griff's short stature and casual posture leaning into Keir is completely at odds with his jeweled hood and satin cape. Knowing what he's like honestly makes it even funnier. You look like you robbed Satine without a lantern. Leave him be, join in? Gonna join in. Because he's been mean, so. Oh no! You look like a throw pillow aft a jewelry box. Oh my god. Leigh bursts into laughter, mostly at Hollow's response, I assume. Oh my gosh. I'm the class clown. Keir reaches over, takes hold of my shoulder, and holds tight as he curls into himself, choking on laughter. Laugh it up. After a second, Griff looks at me. It wasn't that funny. You just surprised them with vulgarity. Bro. He's just jealous. And that's fine. And that's fine. Keir pops up a smile in his voice. No, it was a bit funny. Good. You really put it over the top. Oh no. Thanks, Halo. The laughter dies away a little, though the mood has definitely been lifted. Things settle down again. I don't know why I put up with you. Keir pats his shoulder firmly. Neither do I. That was hilarious, literally. There's some more scattered laughs, but the atmosphere of the room slowly turns more serious. It was fun while it lasted. Halo and Leif are checking each other's disguises, ensuring the weapons are not visible to passers-by. Keir is checking over his own knife carefully. It's beautiful and likely quite odd, unlike the rest of his daily wear. Should I be armed? Are we not? It's not a good idea. Obviously, I'm a rank novice and would be far more likely to be stabbed with my own knife than use it to properly defend myself. Still, I cannot help but feel a twinge of fear. A knife won't make me feel less frightened. I feel like he should give us one. But it's hard to convince myself of that fact. The rest of the preparations happen in anticipatory silence. Ready? Then let's move. This is gonna be exciting. We walk in a loose group and yet another exit. I have yet to fully count the ways in and out, into and out of Mouse Hole. There must be at least half a dozen. It's another narrow passage that leads into the back room of a shop. From there, we can exit through the storefront and step into the busy walkways of the marketplace. Okay, look alive. I wouldn't want to look dead. In any other circumstance, we would be a deeply strange group, a gang of well-dressed strangers walking together but not talking. But this is hardly the strangest sight in the marketplace. There's a bird mask contortionist performing in a tiny cage, and a pair of drunkards fighting in just one of the crossroads we walk through. Things are as lively as ever. We pass the church on our way to the most central caverns. Was it only a few days ago I was standing there looking for some clue to start me on my hunt? Yes. And it was a good couple days. So, as we enter the largest cavern, the heart of the marketplace where I started my journey, we walk close together. Alright, you know the drill. Split up, we meet across from the pearl choker. Degenerate, you're with me. Of course. We're attached. Lave and Hollow are gone in a second, melted into the crowd. Griff glances back. Why didn't I mute my damn phone? No more of that. Thank you. Lave and Hollow are gone in a second, melting into the crowd. Griff glances back. Don't interrupt me. Here for a second before doing the same. Don't trust me not to run off? Not in the slightest. Plus, you're new to this. I might be able to give you some pointers. Yay! How did you know I'm new at this? Probably because I don't have a weapon. You're paying a lot of attention to small details, the kind that are easy to ignore when you're used to this work. Fair enough. I'd never planned on thief before. I'd never worked in an organized group to steal. Isn't that the same thing? Bam. What do I do? I've never worked in an organized group? How about just the whole thieving thing? Or let's say group. I've never worked with others in a project like this. But you have done this kind of work before? I thought we were supposed to leave our surface life behind down here. Leave it behind all you like. You're still quite comfortable working with us. Can't they leave? Are they not able to leave? Well, you have to survive somehow, right? And I doubt the auctioneer is someone who will suffer greatly when you're done with her. No, you won't have to feel bad for her when we're done. Damn, what did she do? She's someone who will sell literally anything if it means getting a cut. And what will we do with our funds? Oh, fines. Same thing. Sell it to a different asshole who'd do anything for a cut. I think you'll like him, though. He's got a tongue as quick as yours? I mean, if it's... Damn! Wait, who is it then? Is that all you think I am? Maybe if you talked less, I'd understand you more. Not a chance. Worth a try. And here are the walls, take them in. My first impression is that they're nothing special. Stone walls about twice as tall as the average person, smooth enough to be nearly impossible to climb barehanded. And then I noticed the flickering lights. The rubies in the stone have been dug around and polished, where they sit so they catch the light. They glimmer like candles, but the color is richer and redder than any fire. There are hundreds, possibly thousands of them. It's subtle and beautiful. And here's our gate. Brace yourself. Keir seems to set his shoulders and marches forward, leaving me in a hurry and catch up with him. To him. Beyond the ruby walls, things are still busy, and it's not as though there's anything to muffle the sounds of the rest of the marketplace. But there is still a noticeable change. The rest of the marketplace has people hawking their wares, shouting at potential buyers, and cajoling them to buy. I've never heard that word a day in my life. Here, the people standing in front of the business don't shout. They offer samples or display their wares, pose at and flirt with passersby. But there is no shouting. I suppose if you have a business here, you don't need to shout to get attention. It really is different. There's nothing in the world like a jewel box. It might be said in admiration, except Keir's voice is oozing bitter disdain. Keir and I walk side by side, taking a few turns to avoid a direct path to the pearl choker. He stops to look at perfume bottles and little ivory statuettes. I pause near a window blazing with light, a lantern shop. You know the plan. I know the plan. You know where to hide. I know where to hide if you fall up everything. But you won't, will you? From your lips to the moon? What? Don't make me run again. Or what? Or I'll be very cross. Be still, my beating heart, anything but that. Focus, wish him well? Let's be nice. We're nice people. You'll stay safe, won't you? I have no plans on dying. Sure. What about not dreading eternal rest? I'm not afraid of dying. I still don't want to. Right. With my luck, I'd get done in and... What the hell? Do I have to go attend to him? Oh! Okay. 1 second. I will literally be right back. So sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah, my dog was barking. My friend has a friend over, so... I mean, my sister has a friend over. Let's get back to this. I apologize. Okay. We're back. We're infiltrating an auctioneer, I remember. Or we're trying to kidnap somebody. I don't know. With luck, I'd get it done and it hurt like a bitch. Then you'll stay safe. Keir stops and turns to me. We're stones in the river of people around us who pay us no mind. Oh. Keir reaches out and then gives me two soft pats on the top of my head. Seriously? I'll stay safe. You haven't seen the half of what I can do. Oh, look at that. He's giving us something to look forward to. His voice is warm and confident. At the pearl choker, Keir splits. I was gonna say something else. Keir splits away from me to enter through the front door. I slip between the pleasure parlor and the neighboring gambling hall. Both businesses are high class with beautiful fronts and charming staff, and I swear I can hear a live band from one of them. But it doesn't matter how pretty the buildings are. All alleyways are the same. There's a vague sense of grim and hostility. I'm definitely not breaking any rules, but I'm also certainly not welcome here. If things have gone to plan, Lave and Hollow broke into the apartment above the Pearl Choker by climbing the new attachment to the gambling house and jumping the gap. Griff and Keir are going up through the inside using the staff passage. And I'm keeping watch, signaling whether the alleyway is clear or not through a simple set of gestures. Holding one arm, there are people in the alley holding both. There are guards or staff in the alley. Huh? Why did that happen? Oh, I'm being watched? Huh? Oh. Alright, I saw something happen. I don't know. Holding one arm, there are people in the alley holding both. There are signals. There are guards or staff. Oh, this is what the arms mean. One arm is there are people in the alley. Both arms, there are guards or staff. Arms relaxed, no one but me. It is not complicated, but I do have to keep an eye on both ends of the alley and signal constantly. Ideally, all four of them will jump the gap and climb down the gambling hall's addition. And will separate and to reunite in Mouse Hole. If we need to run, I have the turns I'll need to take in the crosswords memorized. Straight through... Oh, do I have to remember this? I think I have to remember this. Straight through the first crossroad, left, then left again, right. And if I won't be seen, I go into and hide in the butcher shop. I'm taking a picture of this because I'm definitely gonna forget. Yeah. I'm gonna forget. Wait, okay. Straight, left, right. And butcher shop. I'm a genius. Okay. It's written on my arm. Activate hints. It's burned into my memory. Oh, they give me the choice anyways. You know what? No hints. I took a picture, so I'm gonna use that. I'm definitely gonna forget that. What? That's insane. Okay. Okay. It's burned into my memory. At least I have a plan. I lean against the gambling hall wall. The one is made of stone. This one is made of stone, beautifully cut and polished and scratched with all sorts of graffiti. People never change. Nope. Always marketing. Oh, always marking that someone had been there. Had been here? Here twice? That Agatha has great... Oh. We're not gonna read that. Delightful. It's very inappropriate, I would say. I'm alone in the alley. I drop my arms and wait. My stomach churns with discomfort. I feel cool neutrality. My body buzzes with excitement. I'm as cool as a cucumber. I'm super cool. I don't enjoy this life, but I'm not upset to be here. Would I choose to be here of my own accord? Probably not. But to get the lunar ichor, I'd do anything. At least this is something I could tolerate. But for the moment, I have to put those feelings away. For a short while longer, I'm completely alone. Uh-oh. Then a stranger wobbles along the alley towards me. Hey. Hey. Mind if I smoke? Not at all. Want any? This is a little weird. She holds out a little pouch of herbs. I recognize it on sight. Sweetgrass. I've had it plenty of times before, but on the surface you smoke it with others to build bonds. As loose herbs like this, it softens the hard edges of stress. Not enough to addle the mind in any way, just enough to make connection easier. Why is this person speaking to me? Hold both arms, hold one. The one thing I didn't remember. Are you serious right now? I took a picture of the stupid... Damn it. Which one was... Sweetgrass? More like weed. Yeah. Come on. Both arms was what? Oh, both arms was a guard. One arm is someone being with me. Okay. I'm smart. I did it. I let my arms rest against my torso and grip my elbow firmly. Sweetgrass, right? You know it. Every teen learns to grow it where I'm from. Lucky you, I found the stuff down here. I'm gonna decline though, because no. It's a kind offer, but I have to say no. Fair enough, more for me. She rolls her tab with quick, clever fingers. Even if she's new to the practice, she's clearly gotten good at it. She strikes a match. I can smell the faint sweetness of the smoke. At least it's sweet. Don't click. Don't click? I'm sorry. I know, I think I remember though. It was yeah, it was definitely two arms was like a guard and one arm was just someone else and then no arms is no one. I got it. I mean, it was only 3 signals. If it was like more complicated signals, then yeah. She's distracting me. Not really. Because I already signaled. So, not much of a distraction. Plus, I declined the offer for dregs. Because I'm smart. I keep turning my gaze to either end of the alley, still focused on my mission. What are you here for? None of your business. This person is like super weird. Avoid. Just personal business. And you? Heard there was a fortune won in the gambling halls here every hour. I thought I'd try my luck. And how has your luck fared? I'm about to get a big win. I can feel it. Not well then. May the lunar god smile upon you. Oh, you're a loony? Okay. There's a few people milling near the alleyway entrance. I can tell what sort of people they are. Most people are. Well, most people here are. A lunar blessing felt appropriate. It's so strange though. The solar god makes everything perfect. The lunar god ruins everything, and then the people here worship the moon? What are you talking about? Like, I'm not hearing anything. It was never one for theology myself. I was never one for theology myself. Whatever. Good. What? One of the people at the end of the alley start coming in. Big, confident posture. At first, I can't tell if they're armed. Then I see the blade. That long blade you didn't see? We're about to die. Remain holding one arm. There's a blade. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm gonna put 2 arms up. This dude has a weapon. They get closer. That's nice. Hello. Any reason you're luring back here? Any reason you care? What's happening? I didn't realize we were loitering. We were just having a break. Yeah, we were sharing some sweetgrass. Want any? This chick is like offering everybody drugs. Stop. She rummages through her bag, but the stranger cuts her off. No. They point at me. I didn't see you in the hall earlier. I wasn't in the gambling hall. Then where have you been? Here? Proof? How do I prove that I was here? Did you want me to shit on the wall? Like, I don't get it. What's happening? Well, I've been here with them for a while now. A while? It's been like 2 minutes. Mind if I ask you a few questions? Yes. I do mind, meaning no. Go ahead. Definitely some kind of security force. Did you come here alone? Come here? Come where? What? This alley? To the jewel box. I came with a friend, I came alone. I'm tired of this dude already. Why is he coming up to me with this big sword, asking me questions? I'm getting upset. I'm here to just put my hands up, if need be. I came alone. Yeah, I'm a newcomer to the marketplace. I wanted to see some of the sights people keep talking about. This alley's nothing special, but the rest of the jewel box is very nice. Their posture betrays nothing. Is that supposed to say portrays? Okay. Just leave me alone. Then I see my friend here with sweetgrass and decide to hang around for a while. That's what happened. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Put that out and go back in. I'm not done yet. I'm talking to this one alone. Bro, why? I'm not the one with drugs. It doesn't sound like they're going to brook an argument. You have a win waiting for you, right? Yeah, good talking to you. I guess. Damn, Sonic! She leaves and I'm left alone with this member of a security force. Drop my arms, hold one arms. Remain holding both arms up. Is there a problem? Suspicious activity. Shut up. You talk too much. Not good. Do people not stand around alleyways in the jewel box? Not unless they're looking for trouble. It's an alley. Like, I'm just looking for some quiet? I should say that. Well, I seem to have found some. Like, nah, I'm gonna say the second one. I'm just looking for some quiet. I was just looking for a little bit of quiet. With another person? Didn't I tell you I was alone? You don't listen, do you? Better one than hundreds, I would say. The strange posture somehow gets more tense. Stranger's posture. Read. Like they're waiting for me to book it. I'm not scared of you, bro. I'm doing nothing wrong. I'm standing. Why are you here? Did I tell you that already? In the jewel box or in general? The marketplace. Buying? I should say everything like a question because why is he like interrogating me right now? And you had time to wander around. Turns out everything is for sale all the time. I'm waiting for a shipment to come in. That should be the truth. That should be enough truth to convince him. I think what I was saying before should have been enough. Like, am I wrong? And what have you been doing while you wait? Seeing everything the marketplace has to offer. Minding my own business. Yes. I've been keeping to myself, minding my own business. You know how it is. I don't. Obviously, you're in mine. Isolation is a sign of suspicious behavior. This is going in circles. Come with me? No, thank you. What? Where? No. I could try to run, but that would absolutely confirm whatever they suspected me. Well, alright, I suppose. And then I turn around and hide in somewhere. I'm led to the pleasure parlor, but instead of following the smell of food and the sound of laughter, we turn abruptly to the right. To the right. But when our escape plan was to go straight. You're being annoying. Offices, most likely. Wait here. What? I try for the door handle as soon as it's closed. But it's locked and I have no means to unlock it. I'm left in a pitch black office sitting on the floor for fear of bumping into something and damaging it. Property destruction is unlikely to endear me to these people. Alone for a while, my only option is to stew in my own feelings. It's difficult to smother the ember of anger in my body. Smother? It's not smoother. I was fine with this work, provided it didn't put me in danger. It didn't take long for that to happen, it seems. A door slamming open scares the daylights out of me, and I nearly jump on to my feet. Stop struggling. It's not gonna do anything. A lantern is brought into the office, and I see 5 people coming in. 3 security officers, all uniformed the same way. Then there's Keir and Hollow both being dragged. Oh my gosh, guys. What happened? They're tossed in, Halo crumples to the floor, but Keir lands on his knees and looks ready to fight. Get up, stay down? I fell to the floor? I didn't read that. I'm gonna stay down. I stay on the floor and watch as Keir is gut punched and forced down. Never an end to these rats, is there? Well, thief, is that one part of your little team? I hate everything that's happening right now. The question is directed to Keir. The security office is pointing at me. That's our lookout, yeah. You just tell them everything. That's amazing. Sorry. You should be. Damn it. You're the worst. Why would you do that? Me thinking you were smart? I thought I was getting to like Keir, but this burns down all the goodwill and affection I built for it. Damn. A deal's a deal. You're the worst. I cannot believe you just did that. He sounds resigned to this, putting a noose around my neck and getting it good and tight for the executioner. So I'm dead? I died? Thieves don't get trials, not in the marketplace. If you're caught stealing, the victim gets to extract your punishment immediately. And of course, the punishment every time is death. And so it is with us. I watch Keir fall. Halo turns away. I watch him slowly drown in a pool of his own blood, clutching tightly to the slash across his throat. As though... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. As though he is a prayer of survival. He doesn't get the painless end he would have wanted. The security officers watch him die in silence. For them, I suppose, this is ordinary. Just another thief facing their expected end. I should be scared in this moment. I don't want to die, and especially not in such a grim way. But there's only an ice-cold void left in me. The part of me that feels it's already dead. This is terrible. I'm sad that this is happening. Sadness is welling up inside my body. Yo! My back is like doing all types of... Okay. I was just wondering why there wasn't any sound. Unless I'm bugging. Oh, there is sound. Whoops. Go ahead. Once it's clear that Keir is dead... Wait. Oh my gosh. I thought they killed Halo. What? What? They killed Ron Weasley. No! Oh my gosh. This is terrible. I didn't know that the characters could die too. Did I even... This is terrible. Make it quick, please. You're the worst. This is the worst. Halo's a girl, right. Why did I think Halo was a boy? She turns her head away, offering them her jugular. She's got something in her trembling hands, maybe some memento from Lave. That's sad. Where's Lave now? There's no time to ask before she's bleeding out on the stone floor. Then it's my turn. My first bad ending. That's crazy. Sold out for what? What did I do? I didn't do anything. I literally... Go back and do it again. I didn't save. You know how upsetting it is to think you did everything right and then you end up like dead? That's extremely annoying. Of course. Like, what did I do wrong? We're just gonna keep listening. I'm not gonna change what I did. Just leave him be. No, I'm joining in. You're getting it. What determined the whole death thing? Everyone died? Everyone died apparently? That's like terrible. I'm livid. Why? What did they give me that information for? Just for me to die? I'm gonna keep wishing him well. That's what we're gonna do. And you know what we're gonna do next? We're also gonna save. Like, what? Activate hints for what? What am I supposed to do? I was extremely... Bro. Yo, go back. Go back again. Keep going back. Look, one arm, there are people in the alley. Both, there are guards or staff. I was right in doing that part. Obviously, no arms means no one but me. And there was not no one but me. There was a druggie and a douchebag with a long sword. That's what was in the alley with me. So I don't understand why I did it wrong. It's burned into my memory, I know. Because I did it right. It was the conversation. That's what it was. And I don't understand why he was like, just all up in my business. You're riding right now. Not exactly comfortable. One arm means there's someone here. Duh. I know that. Skip. I'm going to decline drugs once again. Answer avoid. I'm just gonna keep avoiding. Because you don't need to know what I'm doing here. Just quiet, coyote. Shush. If I'm a little abrupt, I don't mean to be. I just have to keep my attention on others nearby. Still, she seems to take it as dismissal and quiets down. Look how he pops up again. What? Oh my gosh. 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 I want to beat this and then end the stream. Because I don't like doing something and then I lose at it. No. I'm gonna beat this. Literally. I'm gonna get the best ending. My mouse is always dirty. Go back. Thank you. Drop my arms. I said hold both arms. Because he has a sword. I assumed he was a guard. But you know what? I'm just gonna hold up one. They got closer, okay? My Seacrest companion stands up straight, hiding their tab by tucking her arm behind her back. Sorry, I'll get out of your way. This one's not with you? No. Did I just solidify my death a second time? She slips between the big stranger and the wall back to the gambling hall without saying much as a goodbye. I have some questions for you. Definitely some kind of security. This is a problem. Both arms now. Is there a problem then? Suspicious activity? Not good. Skip. Well, it certainly looks like I found some trouble. My job isn't trouble. Yes, it is. You killed me. Shut up. Could have fooled me. The stranger doesn't look amused. Why are you here? In the jewel box or in general? Seeing everything in the marketplace has to offer. This. I've been everywhere. Even if I'm not buying, it's incredible to see everything there is to offer. The staff at the Leaping Bear have been very good at advising me where to go. No answer, but that's better than a bad one. Open your cloak. What? I need to check for you for dangerous objects. Why don't I check you for dangerous objects, you ass? Go ahead, I don't have anything. Good thing I didn't take a knife. Good. I open my cloak and put up with the security officer examining with almost intimate closeness. You need to calm down. I haven't been bought any drinks. It's uncomfortable, but there's only so much I can do. I did consent to this technically. As you can see, I am just an ordinary traveler. I agree that you're not carrying any weapons. You're free to go. Bye! You can leave now. No, you can leave. Bye! My first instinct is to tell them that I want to stay here, but that's not going to over well. I'm waiting for someone? Why would you say that? Then wait in the tea parlor across the road. Clear out. I'd rather not. They stare at me. I suppose they're trying to parse exactly what I'm thinking. You've been cooperative, so I'm going to extend the same courtesy to you. Once. You get out of here now before I have to take you in for suspicious behavior. I freeze. I can't leave, but staying is also no longer an option. What is... I'm grateful that this is the moment someone chose to leap from the balcony above and land on the addition to the gambling house. Oh! Oh, you're gonna sell me out again? Or did I do it right this time? It's Keir. He lands, and before the security officer can say a word, a knife flies past my head and stops the officer's gut. They fall gasping. You should have aimed for his neck. We're compromised. Run. Good. Run. I don't even stop to think, I just move. Good, 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 good. We did it. Like, are you serious? Can't believe I died just for minding my business. I didn't think that I would die for minding my own business. No one raised an alarm yet as I sprint from the alley, but me sprinting away from the gambling hall at full tilt is inherently suspicious. Other security officers start pursuing me. I reach my first crossroad within seconds. No, we're supposed to run straight through first. I sprint straight through the crossroad, plunging through the cluster of people, listening to a magician in the corner. Then we're supposed to go right. No, left. I'm dumb. We're supposed to go left, and then right. I could swear my pursuers are getting closer. Another crossroad. Left. I'm a genius. I can feel the ache of exertion settling into my muscles, but I'm not close to safe yet. I'm not slowing, but the security officers chasing me seem to be getting faster. I nearly collide with some random passerby. Left again! My legs and lungs are burning. This is even worse than when Keir abducted me. Then I could just follow him. Stop. No, don't stop. Get a hobby, bro. The general apathy of the crowd around me means no one will help me. But no one seems keen to help security either. Plus the moon. Even so, one of the pursuers is getting dangerously close. Gotta shake them. Right! Slip through the people, create some obstacles. Oh, sure. Obstacles, sure. I spot someone selling an assortment of chairs. Chairs? With several tall stacks within reach. I can't help the words that come out of my mouth. Sorry about this. This is, not my problem. I grab a stack and pull it down as I pass, then another. There's a fearsome racket of wood on stone, then surprised shouts of people passing by. And a quick glance back shows none of the security guards as close to me anymore. Almost there. Right! I know what I'm looking for, and thankfully the security is just far back enough. They won't see me. The butcher! What's up, bro? I practically tear the door open. I need sanctuary. The front room is thankfully empty, and the butcher is quick to jump into action, letting me into the back. The room is chilled with blocks of ice, and there's a faint smell of blood. At least there's a roof to keep the cool in. I have to fight to keep from panting the cold air harsh against my throat. We won! We literally won. Butcher's shop. Yeah. I'm a genius. A genius that takes pictures of screens. I feel lightheaded from suddenly stopping. All my blood is in my legs, or that's how it feels. You're hiding here. That is what I'm doing. Thank you for stating the obvious. The shopkeeper opens a wooden chest, empty, and pulls out the bottom panel. There's a deep hole under the false bottom, a natural gap in the mountain stone. It'll be cramped, but I am in no position to complain. Thanks. Oh, he was directing me to a hiding place. I climb in, and the butcher puts the false bottom back in the box over me. I hear him pile a few things into the closet and then close the lid. Someone is pounding on the stone counter in the front room. The butcher must go back into the front room because I can hear voices, but not the words being said. I close my eyes and strain my ears. I can hear my pulse, but also people coming in the back, footsteps. Words are still difficult to make out. I cover my mouth under my mask and try to breathe silently. Please, please. There's a loud bang and I inhale so sharply I almost choke. Someone's kicked the chest I'm hiding under. Not enough to disturb the false bottom, thankfully, but still. The lid is open. I don't move. I don't breathe. I keep my eyes closed tightly and my mouth covered. Please. The lid is closed. The footsteps skip further away. In the darkness, I pull away my mask just enough to run my hands down my face. It's back. Wow. It's back on when the butcher comes back to get me. That was extremely, like... You staying here? For an hour or two, if that's alright with you. Don't touch the goods and you can stay. Thank you. This guy's an OG. Oh my gosh. Reminds me of someone? I guess. Doesn't look like him though. Man is bald. Tate's got beautiful, luscious, you know, well-kept hair. A few hours in the cold alone with my own thoughts is not fun, but it's relief compared to the escape I just endured. When I feel the coast is clear, I leave the butcher and make my way to the safer side of the ruby walls. After me, Keir and the rest. That I don't know. Oh, they just take me there. Good. That was amazing. We just ran away from guards. So good. When we reunite, it's in the rundown pub of Mousehole. Hello, Keir. It's good to see you. I will forget what you did last time, because I guess it was kind of my fault. So, yeah. Hey, Jenner, what took you so long? What took me so long? I was running for my fucking life. That's what took me so long. I was hiding in the butcher's shop, waiting for things to cool down. Why were you... Good job hiding. We only just got here ourselves. Yeah, Griff. Who was about to say something? Oh, Lave. Lave was actually about to say something. I realized exactly what's going on a second later. Keir, you shithead. Fine, take it out on me now. Did you running around as a distraction actually do anything? It was a guarantee. But we were already done with the hardest part of the job. You were duped. Keir wanted to be absolutely sure you'd be safe and used you to do it? What? Huh? So now I have to forgive you for something else? Keir wanted to be absolutely sure we'd be safe and used you to do it. Yeah, you're gonna get it later. You're gonna get it. And risk my life in the process. If anything went wrong, I would have been killed. You would have. His cool acknowledgement only serves to heat up my temper. And you didn't hesitate for a second to send me on an especially dangerous, unnecessary job just because I'm your least favorite? If you're not making a list of which of us gets thrown off a cliff first, you're not thinking far enough ahead. I'm not gonna say anything. Anything else I should know about then? Are you going to feed me things to check for poison? Or sell me to get intel? Bro. You're the one who decided I'm disposable. I just want to know how much. I knew you weren't going to get killed. So you're a seer now? You don't need to tell me that you're quick thinking and fast on your feet. I could rely on you to be a distraction and let the rest of us get out safely. But you couldn't let me know what I was doing? No, I couldn't trust you to do it if you knew it was if you knew what I was asking. Shut up. Maybe I just won't do anything you tell me to do. Unless I understand why. I cross my arms. Keir can't see me seething, so I settle for communicating it in posture instead. Drinks on us. Who's this? Who said that? The one of the servers? The one of the servers? Couldn't you just say the one of the servers? Oh, I guess the was like a mistake. That's fine. A barmaid with pretty hands. And a full flat moon mask delivers drinks to our table. Thanks, babe? Oh. Thank goodness. My heart almost fell to my fucking knees. Because I was like, wait, who's saying this? Is it Griff? That solves one problem. Because Griff sounded like he was extremely attached to Keir, and I was like side-eyeing him the whole time. So we're good here. Keir is still very much available. Don't make me regret this, Griffy baby. Get the fuck out of my face. Griff will be on his best behavior now, right? Yes, he will. Okay, Griff. Not a fan of Griff, actually. He almost sounds like a chastened child. Okay. Keir lifts his drink to a successful run. Shut up. Shut up. The others raise their tankards. Toast with booze, toast with water. I'm 21 years old. I can drink. Thank you. To hell with it. Might as well get drunk. Yeah. I had to run for my life, right? I had to talk to some asshole. And then this asshole did all that just so I could be a distraction. I'm gonna get shit-faced. I toast with the rest of the thieves. The glass clinks and we all drink. Well, show us the loot. Yeah, I would love to see it. After all, I was the distraction. I think we've earned to look at our prize. Yeah, I've earned it too. Halo and Lave go through their pockets and drop some small things on the table. God's scars, that's the stuff? Griff turns to the server. We've got a couple good necklaces, nothing wild, but we're not gonna turn our nose up on that. Some compass stones, a few rare coins that I will go to a good home. What? That will go to a good home. Oh. This is a bunch of knickknacks and paddywhacks. And the bit we got commissioned for. A genuine witch ring? Ah? A witch ring? You're serious? As the grave. The thing I was almost in because of you. I'm gonna keep mentioning it. Well, that sounds very impressive. Maybe even worth putting our lives at risk for? Or just mine? Witch rings give power to the wearer. The longer you wear it, the more power you get. Oh. It's just about the only magical thing that won't ruin your life. Well, it won't ruin your life directly. But there's a lot of fighting over them? Yup. And that means people willing to pay a lot to get their hands on one. Okay. What a treasure. You're telling me. Halo puts away the spoils of our adventure. Not really an adventure. Like a suicide mission. And when good old Hemlock or Absinthe, or whatever he's calling himself these days, shows up, payday. Hemlock or Absinthe? He just changed his name every time? You're gonna be rich, degenerate. Am I? I can hear him smirking. The drinking goes on for hours. I hear a lot of songs and more than a few stories about other gigs they've done. Because the plane has to be right above where I'm living. Halo eventually brings out a deck of cards. She also wipes the floor with us. For someone as shy as she is, Halo's a regular card shark. They're in love. Then Lave yawns and she and Halo go home to rest. Griff follows the server, who I know now is called Delight, into the back. And now we're alone. Amazing! Let's head home. I feel exhaustion seeping into my bones. Let's. Keir and I stumble into each other as we walk. I can find it in me to be bothered when he bumps into me. The booze sloshing around in me loosens my lips and words start spilling out of me. You're a real bag of dicks, you know. I bet he does, though. Tell me something I don't know. Look at that. I'm a genius. Just a terrible piece of work. An absolute wreck of a person. I wouldn't trust you as far as I could throw you. I wouldn't trust you as I can throw myself pretty far. He's so funny. He rethinks his choice to show me how far he can throw himself just in time. Anyways, why am I a bag of dicks this time? What do you mean? You used me as a distraction without telling me. I could stand to be... And you killed me in the last playthrough. So, yeah, I had to redo that over again. I could stand to be in a lot less danger. You think I don't feel bad about this whole thing? No. If I could snap my fingers and tomorrow no one would get murdered if the beautiful people found... Huh? If I could snap my fingers and tomorrow no one would get murdered. If beautiful people found a mouse hole, I'd do that instead of making it work for us. But I don't have magic snappy fingers. Not even sure a mouse hole is the first thing I'd save with magic snappy fingers. No? There are people getting sold in every auction, and that's just the legit stuff. The marketplace is hell, and a lot of people never know it. Then why are you stealing people? Griff said that you steal people sometimes. You time it right, you can steal a person who's been bought and let them free. Their family gets the money and they don't get tortured to death. I knew there was a good reason. Look at that. I'm smart. Why would he steal a person anyway? That's stupid. Like, for bad means. He would steal them to let them go. Oh, bye. I'm seeing- sorry. I'm seeing you guys. I will see you next time then. I want to try to do this every Saturday, but I might get tired. So, I almost missed this one, to be honest. Because I woke up late. But yes, I will see you guys next time. Thank you! I knew there was a good reason. Yes, we know. Because we're not stupid. Keir stops and stares at me. You honestly think we've got it in us to buy and sell people like they're shit? Yikes. Who buys shit? When we're all just a shit of the streets already. Bag of dicks, human trash pile, hideous, awful, but compellingly handsome. That's all fine. I can live with that. What was that last one? Was sacrificing a life for my own happiness? Never. Good. Yeah, good. And what about you? I'm not keen on being a bag of dicks, but it's better than being a monster. No, not that. The magic snappy fingers, what would you save? Myself? Oh. The downtrodden? What's that? What's that? Just the bad people? The mouse hole? Myself? I'm gonna save right here. We passed the jewel box, so we're good there. So yeah. I mean, I do need that cure for our little illness. So but I feel like maybe he said that he wouldn't save Mousehole. I don't even know what the downtrodden even means. Let's find out what it means and then go back. I don't know, maybe I'd like to... It'd be like you and save the downtrodden? Huh? I can't complain about an answer like that after I picked it. You know what? Let's just go with that one. But you're being a copycat. I can think of worse things, Mr. Bag of Dicks. And you wouldn't save yourself? What? You want a lunar core, it's for you, right? Yeah? Why? What is it for? Oh, why not? It's called fractum anima. It's an extremely rare disease. Deadly? Eventually. It's not a quick killer. It does a lot of other nasty stuff. Not really a fun post-job chat topic, though. I'm sorry. Well, it's not your fault. I'm sick, right? No, still sorry all the same. Thanks. It feels good for someone down here to know about it. What I'm going through. Oh yeah, well, Cyrus knows too, so it's not like it's just that we so happen to be here. The house with the blue shutters is right before us. He puts a hand on the wall of the house and murmurs something softly into the walls. Then Keir unlocks the doors and lets me in. Welcome home. I feel so welcome, yes. Oh, that's what that is? Okay. Got it. Outcasts. He's still standing in the doorway. It's an arresting image. This man who is ruthless and generous in equal measure, welcoming me into his home, both as a kindness and blocking the door because I am a prisoner. What's going on? Let me wait. Then he reaches for my face. I refuse to flinch away, and instead of touching my mask, as I feared, he drops his hand on my head. How short are we? Uh-oh. Whoa, we're really short. Damn. Is this going to be a habit of yours? You passed the top of my head once, twice. Might be, yeah. I'm not a child. You're not. Yeah, because you wouldn't let a child be your distraction. He doesn't stop. You're sure fun, though. Thanks? Question mark? He huffs out a little laugh. Despite everything, you're a good egg. And now I'm an egg. Look at that. Despite everything, you talk too much, you're sarcastic and mouthy. But you're the same. Point taken. But still good egg. Okay. He takes his hand away. Alright, enough of that sappy stuff. I'm tired. Hey, yo. Yeah, I thought something else was gonna happen. I guess we're not there yet. He closes the door behind him and heads for his room, scooping up a snack. I'm left alone in the room. I'm exhausted, but I do feel the weight coming off my shoulders. For now, it's home. Oh my gosh! I got the best end. Happiness. I should have got it the first time, but it's fine. We did it though. I got the best in the first try for Cyrus. Cause I kind of understood what was going on. Not this one, this one. I cannot believe I got a bad ending, bro. That's crazy. Stop. You made it home. That's nice. How many endings are in here so far? Wait. Oh yeah, CGs. Yeah. We're good eggs. This is a good egg. Ending. Should have said good egg. Yeah. We did it. Oh my gosh, it's so hot. Yee! That was fun. And since this stream went off 2 hours, look at that. We didn't do too much this time. So we're good. Let's see. I don't know what to do next time though. How about well, I might make it a video though by the time next week rolls around. Wait, what was even, let me see. Someone asked in the chat, can someone give birth? What's happening? Who is that? Asking people if they could give birth. It's giving those couples in the hole. Oh yes, with dang, I didn't see it at the time, but where I remember that was talking about dude and the chick in the bar or whatever. How would I rate Keir? Oh no, they left already. I'll tell them next time. I'll tell them next time. But I will say it now for those who are still here. I rate Keir. Cyrus is a 10 out of 10, obviously. But since doing Keir, he's like, huh. He reminds me of Noise from Dramatical Murder, just a little bit. Because he's sarcastic, you know, he always got something smart to say. But Noise is like my favorite in Dramatical Murder, but for him, I think I would rate him like a 8 out of 10. He was cool. I didn't like dying, that wasn't fun. But yes, he was cool. For right now, I don't know. Well, for right now, we're gonna end the stream for today. But next week, I think I'm gonna play the Mark of Bilo or whatever that was called. Because someone said that in the thing, and that's something I can do, so I will do that next week. Okay, yeah, definitely. So yeah. Rate him an 8 out of 10. Yep. Did I say 8 or did I say 7? I think I said 8. Yeah. He's an 8 out of 10. So far, the 2 people I've known or played. 10 out of 10 for Cyrus, 8 out of 10 for Keir. And I gotta tell that to Willow next time I see them. So yeah. Oh my gosh, my ear. So I will say bye to you guys, to whoever is left. And next week we're gonna play Mark of Bilo, unless we play this again and we do another character, if I don't post it already or record it. So yeah, I will see you guys. Let's let's get this all wrapped up. I'm glad this one wasn't too long, because I save all the streams and recordings, so yeah. Or do they? Yeah, they record and I save them. Yeah, we're gonna end it for today. So glad you guys could join again. It's amazing every time. Okie dokie. I will see you guys next time. It's gonna be next Saturday. It's gonna be, well, you know what? Yeah, I'll do it next Saturday. Alright, let me get this. Have a good day night. Yeah, it's still daytime for me. Which button is it? Dang, I always forget. This one. Okay, bye. It's this one.